My name is Leo, I'm 18 years old, and this is the first video on me beginning my journey on how to learn coding AI agent. And so in this video, I'll be showing you what I've done this week so far and what I've learned. And throughout the weeks, I'll show you more things and we'll just learn together. So I hope this video, you're gonna like it, and yeah, enjoy. Alright guys, let's get started into it. So here I'm gonna show you what I've done this week so far. So basically I've built this sort of web app. Let's more say a web page since it's not doing anything really. But yeah, so we have here the option to input a task. So let's say for example homework or an exam, and we can add a date throughout the year or the month. So yeah, and we can add the task, and the goal here is to add a task and it goes to a database, and after we can access it later to put it in this calendar right here. So yeah, so let's see, for example homework, yeah, and let's say the 20. Okay, so we add the task. Here we have task added, the name of the task homework, and here we go, we see it right there. So yeah, I'm basically gonna explain to you what I've done to be able to do that, and yeah. Alright, so let's get starting into the coding part of the part I've just shown you. So this is the coding behind it. First, we're gonna start with the main.py file, which is in the backend. The backend is the hidden face of your website. So here, as you can see, I've imported the library FastAPI. FastAPI, as in the name, is really fast, and it's pretty convenient to use, pretty simple. You can ask ChatGPT to help you use it. It's pretty simple. So here, as you can see, I've created a little FastAPI object named app. I'm going to be using it later in the other function. Well, let's start with the getDB function. So what does the getDB function does? DB, that stands for database. This is just a way to go access your database basically. It's really simple. Just fetch data from your database. After that, we have the different routes, so get and post. So in your website, you have the backend and front end that communicates to each other, and so the get and post is basically the way of them to communicate to each other. So the get is actually when a user, for example, clicks a button to access certain data of theirs. So for example, let's say they had their birthday saved in a website, and now they want to access their birthday, and so they click a button, which then send a get request to your backend. So the user clicking is in the front end, and then he send a request to the backend using the get. So yeah, that's basically it. And then the get, it go fetch the data using the getDB. Here we have the getDB function, and it gets your data and then it returns the data to the user. So it's like a empty wagon that goes to the station, and then it gets filled up and then it gets resent. After that, we have the post, which in contrast is the user actually sending data directly to the database. To the backend. So it's the front end giving some information to the backend. So let's say the user, let's use the example of the birthday. So the user enters its birthday, and then the birthday gets sent using the post into the database. Here, as you can see, it's not a birthday, it's the create task that we seen earlier. So when we typed the task and then it's saved, and then we saw the task into the task menu. Well, the def create task is when we actually wrote the task and the date we send it. So that was the post, and that use the create task. As you can see in the create task, we have schemas. Schemas I'm going to be explaining to you in a little bit what it is. And so yeah, that's pretty much it. So it get post and there's get. Alright, so let's go into the schemas. The schemas is basically just a way to structure your data and to be sure that it's the way you want. So here in the model, we actually, sorry, in the main.py, we use the schemas, the dot task create. So if we go in the schemas class task create, here we want the task to have a title that is a string and a due date, which is a date. So if there's any other information, then it'll get thrown an error. So it's just a way to structure and to be sure that it's the right data that we get. Alright, so now that you understand a little bit of what's going on in the backend section, let's go into the front end where it's more of what we can see with our eyes, since the backend it's more underneath what happened. So yeah, I'm gonna be going into the app.js file, since there's a lot of other files, but I'm not quite sure what they do now, and so we'll just focus on the app.js. It's where you basically start messing up with what the users see. For example, we can go here and we'll see that I've created a form here. I'll edit. And so the form is where you actually type your task and your date. It's just a form is just where you input some data. And so yeah, that's basically how the front end works. You just add a little bit of part at the end of each other, and you try to make something good looking. Because for now, it's, I can go back. It's not the best, you know. It's pretty ugly, to be fair. But yeah, this would be the form. I can go show you the calendar also. As you can see, we've imported the calendar with React, and so we can see the calendar right here. So it's pretty much, I find it pretty more easy to like understand what's going on, since there's like name and stuff, and it just get put in section, and you can see better. Yeah, so this is basically it for the front end and for what I've done this week so far. And yeah, I'll be adding some new feature, and I'll be updating you guys on what's going to be next, what I've learned in the next week. And so yeah, stay with me if you want to continue to learn, and hope this was useful for some of you guys, even though it wasn't the most detailed video ever, but it's gonna get better, I promise. And yeah, we'll see. I'll see you next week.